21-year-old heavyweight sensation Jared Anderson absolutely floors him here in the 6th round.
Boxing is filled with unforgettable moments that have shaped the sport's history. But some of the most thrilling chapters have been written with fierce rivalries. Today, we dive into 5 of the most iconic rivalries in boxing. Rivalries that have transcended the ring and captured the world's attention. Let's step into the ring and relive these legendary battles. When we talk about boxing rivalries, there's no way to ignore the bitter feud between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Their rivalry didn't just shape their careers, it shaped the very fabric of boxing itself. The first night, known as the Fight of the Century, took place in 1971 and was nothing short of historic. Both men were undefeated, both were fierce, and both had personal stakes in this battle. Ali, the brash and charismatic champion, and Frazier, the relentless and tough fighter, couldn't have been more different. But it was their differences that made their rivalry so unforgettable. The first fight ended in a hard-fought victory for Frazier. But it was the second and third bouts, the Thrilla in Manila in 1975, where their war reached legendary status. Both men pushed their limits, enduring brutal exchanges that left them both physically and emotionally scarred.
I think it's gonna be over.
In the end, Ali won the trilogy, but the legacy of this rivalry is far beyond the wins and losses. It's about pride, respect, and 2 men who defined an era of boxing. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Roberto Duran. 2 legends, 2 contrasting personalities, and one of the most intense rivalries in the history of boxing. Their rivalry sparked after Duran, the Hands of Stone, defeated Leonard in their first meeting in 1980. Duran's savage style and unrelenting pressure wore Leonard down, taking the WBC welterweight title. But Leonard wasn't going to let this loss define him. In a highly anticipated rematch later that year, Leonard turned the tables, showcasing his footwork and boxing IQ. But what truly made this rivalry iconic was the infamous no mas moment. In the third fight, Duran shocked the world by quitting in the midst of the bout, uttering the words, "No mas, no more." This moment remains one of the most controversial in boxing history, and their rivalry, marked by respect, animosity, and unforgettable moments, is still talked about to this day. Oscar de la Hoya, the Golden Boy, and Felix Trinidad, the Pride of Puerto Rico. A rivalry that not only captivated the boxing world, but also brought in mainstream attention from all corners of the globe. Their first fight in 1999 was the pinnacle of both their careers, with De La Hoya's finesse and speed clashing with Trinidad's powerful aggression.
Hands of his own. Strips a left hook. I'm not sure I've seen Oscar De La Hoya show so much respect.
De La Hoya was cruising to a victory, dominating the early rounds with his speed and boxing ability. But as the fight wore on, Trinidad's power began to take over. In a controversial split decision, Trinidad was awarded the victory, but many felt De La Hoya had done enough to win. The animosity between the two only grew after that fight, and the rivalry would be further cemented by their differences in fighting styles, backgrounds, and their passion for proving who was the best. A rematch was discussed for years, but it never materialized, leaving fans wondering what could have been. Still, their first clash remains one of the greatest fights of the 90s. Mike Tyson, the youngest heavyweight champion in history, and Vander Holyfield, the real deal, had one of the most dramatic rivalries in boxing. Tyson, known for his ferocity and knockout power, was the undisputed heavyweight champion in the late 80s, while Holyfield was considered the underdog in their 1996 showdown. In one of the biggest upsets in boxing history, Holyfield defeated Tyson in 1996, shocking the world with his heart, resilience, and superior boxing skills. But the rivalry didn't end there. The infamous rematch in 1997 will forever be remembered for one of the most bizarre moments in sports. Tyson biting off a chunk of Holyfield's ear. Tyson's madness and Holyfield's calm determination made for one of the most unique and unforgettable rivalries boxing has ever seen. They both went down in history as two of the greatest heavyweights of all time, and their rivalry will forever be remembered in the sport of boxing. Canelo Alvarez and Gennady GGG Golovkin. One of the most exciting and recent rivalries to capture the imagination of boxing fans worldwide. When these two warriors first faced off in 2017, it was an instant classic. Canelo with his speed and precision against Golovkin with his brutal power and relentless style. Throughout the fight, Golovkin would be the one pressuring forward, and Canelo was the one countering, putting on a great match for the fans. Their first fight ended in a controversial draw, with many fans believing Golovkin deserved the victory. But in the highly anticipated rematch in 2018, Canelo earned a split decision win, solidifying his status as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. The animosity between these two fighters only grew with each pressing round. Their rivalry is a modern-day classic, showcasing the grit, determination, and heart that defines boxing's greatest champions. From Ali and Frazier's legendary trilogy to Canelo and Golovkin's modern battles, boxing's history is filled with rivalries that have shaped the sport we love. These rivalries didn't just define the fighters involved, but they defined the era in which they fought. They remind us that boxing is about more than just punches. It's about pride, passion, and the eternal struggle for greatness. Thanks for joining us on this journey through boxing's greatest rivalries. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unforgettable moments from the ring.